can sense the intensity as they await the arrival of the Tennessee team here at Leland Stadium. The number one undefeated Volunteers prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Didn't make it on fourth down. T comes off. Standing right by Billy Ratliff, and T's coming off and starting to unhook his pads a little bit, and Billy says, "Don't unhook your pads. We're going to get the ball back."
Second down and 11 for Arkansas. 1:47 remaining. One timeout left. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost the football! Oh my goodness! He stumbled and fumbled, and Billy Ratliff recovered.
We made this play. Billy Ratliff knocked this All-American guard back into the quarterback. He stepped in on his foot. Quarterback probably made a mistake, not just falling on the ball. Billy not only knocked him back, but he got the ball back for us. So,
how important was this fumble recovery?
Well, it meant the season. You probably didn't know that at the moment, but it absolutely meant the season.
People always ask, where did we get the name Blue Water Climate Control? When a Navy ship casts off lines, exits the harbor, and loses sight of land, that's blue water sailing. It takes a team of people to do that. Tireless work, focus, and attention to detail. So much of starting a business is just like that. After it's done, you get filled with deep satisfaction for accomplishing something. And it's quickly followed by, now the real work begins. We're Blue Water Climate Control.
Oh, what's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes, Twitters, volunteerroadshow.com. We're starting to get y'all lined up in here. And YouTube's got a house full over there. Facebook got a few of you. I don't know about Twitter. I don't see anything on Twitter, but we're streaming on Twitter. Yeah, we're streaming everywhere, Billy.
We on.
How you like that intro? We're probably going to change it up. Let me tell you something. I was at Matlock Tire today. They wanting to help us out on the show, hook me up with some tires and alignment. Got to say, folks down there in Farragut hooked old Catfish up with some nice tires on his Mercedes Benz. Ride's nice. Now you should. We'll go look at her place tomorrow, and you'll like it. Ride's totally different. You wouldn't believe what a set of tires will do for the ride. But anyway, we're over there. We're talking about the Volunteer Road Show. Of course, you're a celebrity, Billy, and you're a celebrity. But you know how somebody recognized me? They said, "Oh, you're Billy Ratliff's partner." I said, "Come on, Billy Ratliff is my partner. You're famous," but I told him, I said, after we do our Bobby and versus Billy one-on-one blocking, I'm going to be famous. And I told him about it. He said, "No, he'll make you famous, all right, but it ain't because you beat him one-on-one." And I said, "Man, I don't even get any respect." I almost walked out of there and said, "I don't want any tires."
I know you didn't say that.
Nah, I didn't say that.
I know for a fact you didn't say that. Not for some tires.
No, but those Joe Matlock and my cousin's the store manager at the one in Kingston, and he's really excited about Lenoir City. And I was telling him about this bearding place we was looking at. Mm-hmm. And for those of you that don't know, Billy and I are starting a sports. I hate calling it a bar and grill, but it's more like a pub and sports in it. I don't know what we should call it, but Billy and I have been coming up with some names. And we found a place in Bearden today. I almost was writing a check for a grease trap in Lenoir City. This is how close we were to going to Lenoir City, Billy. And real estate agent called up and says, hold your horses. I've got a place for you. I said, okay, it better be in hurry. And I went over and looked at it, Billy. I'm going to take you tomorrow. You're going to like this place. But we've been thinking about what to call it. We've come up with some ideas, and we need some help from you guys on what we should call it. It's got to be Billy Ratliff something. And what was our best choice yesterday? Game Day Grill.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Then somebody said tap 40 and have 40 tap beers. And this bar is nice at this place in Bearden.
I mean, it looked good from what you showed me.
Oh, man. It's an old historic building. It's got a stage for live entertainment, great looking bar. It's a nice place. We're going to go look at it. But anyway, if it turns out to be the deal I want, we'll be occupying that come this next week. And we'll start putting TVs in there. But somebody come up with tap 40, and Krista was downstairs with me, and I said, I don't like the name bar. What about pub 40?
I mean, it still sounds like a bar. When you
Billy Ratliff's, but it's got to be Billy Ratliff's, because not everybody know Billy Ratliff, but like me, I couldn't tell you who, half the numbers are on a lot of players. Of course, you got a pretty popular number. 40's popular. It's not like 16 for Peyton and 1 for Leonard Little, but still, most people know you by 40. And then we'd have to have a 40 wing deal, and we'd have 40 different beers. I've talked to Eagle Distributing. I've talked to Cherokee Distributing. Both, they're super pumped. When I told him that you and I, what we were doing, he said, man, I'll be there every Friday night. He said, if I get to hang out and Billy Ratliff will pour me a beer, I'll be there every Friday night. And I said, I'll pour you one too.
I'll pour him 3.
Yeah. But that was the head salesman at Cherokee.
Okay.
And they got Billy. I'm going to tell you something. He sent me a price list. You wouldn't believe how many beers they sell. I bet you there's 100.
Easy. I bet it was. Seriously. I've seen some beer places with tons of beer. I told you I went out to Colorado and I went to this place and they had, I couldn't even imagine. I think it was easy 130 beers.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, Slim Mosley on YouTube. Billy and I are starting a sports bar. We're going to have vintage pinball machines in this place. Maybe a pool table. I don't know what the rules are. I was reading the beer requirements for a beer permit. Tell me if this makes any sense, Billy. It says you cannot sell or the consumer cannot consume beer in the same room as a pool table. What's the difference between a pool table and a pinball machine? Are they trying to keep pool halls out of business?
Well, I think it's because most pool halls are associated with alcohol.
Well, I mean, so are bars. Bars are associated with alcohol.
But then if alcohol is in a pool hall, there's not many kids in pool halls.
True. And one of the rules I read is you can't have people under 21 loitering where there's alcohol being sold. I mean, beer being sold. Yeah. What is loitering?
Just hanging out.
I know, but Chili's sells beer and there's kids go there.
And that's why you notice in Chili's, the bar is like sectioned off in like a square.
Yeah.
Where the hostesses are, allow who can go in there. Like, you say, what am I saying at the bar? Then if you had kids with you, I'm quite sure they would say you can't sit at the bar.
Well, this place in Bearden has a separate room for a bar. Really nice. Billy, this has got hardwood floors. It's got a fireplace. It's got a stage lighting. It's got 2 big old dining rooms, and the bar is really, really nice. Hardwood. It looks like you're going into Cheers. Brick walls. But yes, Slim Mosley, Billy and I are starting a sports bar and grill. And I hate to use the word bar because it's going to be more grill and sports center where we have a bunch of TVs. So we need help naming it. We've come up with is it game time or game day grill?
Game day.
And then somebody said tap 40.
Let's see. We have one over here. We just had Scott Howell said BR 40.
Oh, thank you, Scott. I tell you what, if we pick anybody's idea, we'll give you a free entree at our new place. But this place is ready to go, and we're going to look at it. Hopefully, lock it down pretty soon. But I really like that Lenoir City location because it's no competition out there. We would own that town, and that's becoming like Farragut used to be.
Yeah,
you wouldn't believe how grown up it is. What's going on? Killamine, man, I hadn't seen Killamine in a month of Sundays, 2 months of Sundays. You need to come, when you come to Georgia game, you better stop by our new establishment, Killamine. So yeah, we need help with a name. Man, we're gonna have great food. We're gonna do our own French fries out of potatoes. We're gonna have a potato cutter. We're gonna have great subs like Italian sausage subs and Philly cheesesteaks, burgers, wings. We're not having them boneless. I don't even want to call them boneless wings because that's kind of like an oxymoron because it's not a wing unless it's got a bone in it. Period. That's a chicken nugget. And we're going to have some of your boys. I've got JC helping me coordinate with some of your teammates, having items on the menu using their likeness, and they get to pick what is named after them. What do you think Al Wilson will pick? Like the Big Al burger? Can he eat a burger?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't eat that much, man. I was with him a
couple
weeks ago, man. I don't eat that much, man. Al might be 215, man. He's still in great shape, man. So I just, even when I was with him, he didn't eat that much, man. He was like, let me just get the appetizer.
Hey, the guy that ran Matlock Tire today, he says, ask Billy if this is true. He said there's a rumor, and I've heard this rumor, but I've heard it with different players, that the coaches had to break it up, that there were two players. He thought it was Jamal Lewis and Al Wilson having a bench press competition, and the coaches had to break it up. Were those the two, and that happened?
I mean, it wasn't a competition. I mean, everything was competitive, but, you're talking about a running back and a linebacker, two different animals.
But the rumor that he heard is that it got up over 400.
Oh, it got over 400.
My goodness, really?
Yeah, yes.
Al could bench 400?
Yes. Well, I mean, that was the goal back then. 400. If you can get 400, you're a monster.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even do 250.
And for a running back.
Oh, I knew Jamal could bench.
And a linebacker, running backs are not supposed to be benching that.
I know, but Jamal wasn't your typical running back. And then he also said, I heard that Travis Henry squatted 500 pounds. And I said, I thought it was more than that.
It's way more than that.
How much more?
I think Cheese was right about 650.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah, those guys was animals, man. I'm telling you, they were strong as ox. You think Cheese was running like that for no reason? I mean, he was strong, man.
650 pounds?
That's a lot. I mean, you should have seen what Ron Green was doing over there.
Oh, I knew Ron. You told me about Ron Green, how strong he was.
I mean,
what was his squat?
He was breaking records as a freshman, man.
Really?
Incoming freshman squatting like 700 pounds.
My gosh. Man. Well, Henry Riddle has just put in a comment. I'm going to highlight that. Let me get over here and highlight that because I'm going to highlight these good comments. Let's see. Where'd it go? Henry Riddle says, wrong one. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. He said, my family would come up weekly to hang out with y'all. See, that's what we're talking about. We need people like you, Henry. How you doing, Chase Talent? I don't know if you heard, we're going to be starting our own bar and grill in Knoxville. So when you get back from being out of the country, you need to come by and see us. Jeremy Snyder, how y'all doing? Yeah, he's making me sore. I don't even think I could squat 200 pounds, Billy.
I wouldn't even try it right now. I mean, I think the most I ever did was like 550, and I was like, man, I'm done.
Wow. Oh, we forgot to tell everybody we got the phone lines open. We didn't even mention that. Do you remember the number?
Come on, man. Hey, what is it? 865-424-1342.
That's the Blue Water Climate Control hotline. Can't beat that. What's the score? Somebody call in and tell us what the baseball score was. BVD said that he texted me earlier, said we was up, but I didn't see what the score was. Can you see what the score was?
I'm checking right now.
Jenny Van, she's always in over here. How you doing, Jenny? Anyway, we got a lot going on this next week. We're going to be kind of, I don't know how long we'll be on today. We've got a lot we're trying to get done. But anybody that has any ideas, any menu ideas, any recipes you want to give us royalty free, email Bobby C. or Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com, and we'll even name it after you. Put it in rotation. We won't have a huge menu. We'll have a lot of things rotating in and out. So every time you come in there, I want it to be different. And I want to have the best service on the planet. Get some live entertainment in there, the coldest beer, the best wings. Sean J says he's going to hook us up with some wing recipes.
Let's see. Vols are winning 5-3, bottom of the fourth. 1 out.
5-3. I heard that who we playing? Wright State? That are like
Wright State pretty good now.
I know they're like the best offense in the country or something, aren't they?
Not sure.
I think they're like number one. Well, not really royalty free, Jenny. I'd give you free French fries for life. And somebody mentioned Billy Ratliff's mama's potato salad. No, Billy Ratliff's potato salad is unbelievable. He made some. When did you make that? The other last weekend or weekend before last? Man, I ate about a half of it.
I didn't eat anything.
Every time I walked by the refrigerator, I was getting a bowl of it.
I forgot I even made it. I didn't even try it.
When I say small menu, I mean it's not going to be like a Chili's menu. We're going to do a lot of things really, really well. Lots of wings, sandwiches, big, nice hot dogs, burgers, all kinds of burgers, and quality ingredients. And then we'll probably rotate a meal type thing like pork chops or fish or whatever, and have the best sweet tea on the planet. That's going to be my recipe. It's 2 cups of sugar per gallon of tea.
Well, get ready to look like catfish.
Well, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Henry Riddle's wife can cook like Food Network. We might have to hire her then. Might have to hire. We will be looking for some people. Squidtard, who has a channel called Squidtard, he wants to work for us. He said he needs a job. He just graduated. Okay. Says mom and dad trying to get him to get a job. I said, if you work, we'll hire you. Alexis Hornbuckle's going to be in there working. Sandra's going to be in there working. You and I are going to be in there working. Yeah, you're right. You're right, vodka drinkers, until we get to learn what we're doing. Anyway, the hotline's open, 865-424-1342. Let's talk about this betting thing from yesterday. Tell everybody how you won your money the last few days. And you've been racking up.
Well, I mean, everybody already know how to pay your rent. Go against Catfish. And if Catfish tells me who he's picking, I'll just pick the opposite. And
he's been smashing it.
It's like 97%.
What was it yesterday? I said second half take
Portland.
Yeah, I said take Portland, and Portland got smashed. I didn't think that was going to happen that way.
And the only one I took that you said take Phoenix.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
So I was right then, wasn't I?
Exactly. And I went with you on that one because I know my team was hurt. We're injured. You can't play with a bunch of injured guys.
Everybody's coming down on old LeBron. What do you think?
Man, LeBron can care less about what they're saying, man. I can care less about it. You know what I mean? I mean, especially with them, they're happy that he lost.
Why are they so happy that he lost?
Because he
gets political.
And see, I don't understand why they're mad at him for being political. He's a human being. He has the right to be political.
Everybody has the right to be political.
Exactly. They're political. You know, if you're voting, you're political. I mean, just because we can hear him talk about it, don't mean you have to hate.
He does have a big platform.
Yeah, I mean, and people hate him for that.
That's what I don't get is why do you hate somebody for what their political belief?
I still don't get it. So I mean, I can care less about what anybody thinks about their political beliefs. I don't even talk political just because I don't want to have that stuff. I mean, I've always been told, hey, keep it, I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Period. Me, I do. I mean,
well, I do too. I mean, we talk personally, privately about stuff, but it's just, I hate talking about it. That and religion.
It's just, I just don't get it though. I don't get it, and the comparison that they're trying to compare a man that's still playing basketball.
Oh, to Michael Jordan. I'm so tired.
Jordan.
I'm so tired of that comparison.
I'm like, why are y'all comparing somebody that's
See, I don't even know why they're comparing him to Michael Jordan as the greatest, because we all know Magic Johnson's the greatest.
That's smiling.
Did I stutter?
Yeah, you did. He's one of the greatest ever played the game. I will say that.
I got to stick up for my boy.
You can. Hey, I'll tell you like this here. If Michael Jordan didn't have those shoes, nobody would be talking about Michael.
That's true. He got lucky. No, that ain't luck. That's the American dream.
Yeah, he did the best thing ever with a shoe.
That's amazing. And then he parlayed that into buying the basketball team.
Mm-hmm. And see, and then what was they talking? That was like 18 years LeBron been in the NBA, and he has yet to lose in the first round. He's 14-0, and last night was the first time that he lost. And everybody was happy that he lost.
I wasn't, because I've been repping the purple and gold since 1982.
But see, what I don't get is no one congratulated Phoenix Suns. Phoenix put on a show last night.
Yeah, they did.
Booker was on fire.
Booker was on. Yeah, he was.
I'm like, why are y'all talking about LeBron when we should be talking about Booker?
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a good choice. I'm gonna put this up there. Bob Sheath, where'd it go? Billy's Place.
Hey, I like that.
Our boy from Germany, Sven, he says he congratulated us on our win over his Mississippi State team. Avid Mississippi State fan. And then Jenny Van says, Magic will even tell you that MJ is the greatest. I don't make him right. He's just being humble, Jenny. Yeah, I remember the Magic Johnson shoe. They had the purple and gold and white Magic. They had the green and white that was Larry Bird. And I think McHale, and then Bernard King had his shoe.
Yep.
They were all Converses. Who else was in there?
Man, that was the worst shoe ever, man. That shoe was like a piece of wood walking on
compared to now.
It was up to serious.
Somebody else had the shoe. Who else was it? McHale? Did Dominique have a Converse? I don't think he did he?
I don't remember. Gosh. I'm like today, like they still make those Converse too, man.
Oh, I know.
And I tried on a pair of those. I'm like, you mean to tell me I wore those back then?
Yeah, but they were so cool back then.
They was cool, but it was just like someone saying this drink tastes so good when it's so nasty. That shoe hurt so bad.
I don't remember it hurting because I had a pair.
Exactly. Because you didn't care.
The Converses that hurt, bro, were the Converses they had before those came out. Remember those that were really flat and it was like wearing a piece of plywood on your feet?
I have yet to wear a pair that was comfortable. And I had all the Converses. It was the cheap shoes that was cool.
Vodka Drinker says, I had a pair of AJKO's Air Jordan Knockouts. Do you have a pair of those?
Yep. Actually, no, I take it back. I didn't never have any Jordans. Though.
What did you rock in high school?
I was more of I wore Charles Barkley shoes.
He had a pair of shoes?
The Air Max, the ones with the big bubble on the back of them.
That you could pump up?
Mm-hmm. No, they wasn't.
There was one of them that you could pump up. What was that?
What was I mean, that's what it was called.
Huh.
Yeah. Had the little tongs, you pump it up on there. Then you had the LA gears that was light up.
All them were stupid.
British Nikes. Kangaroos.
BKs, Henry said. Oh, I forgot it. And then, and see, back then you were like made fun of when I was in school, which was high school, which was in the mid 80s. If you had a pair of Pumas, you were poor.
Oh man!
And now Pumas or whatever you call them, they're expensive.
They're expensive, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I will wear. I didn't care what kind they were. My shoes, if they're clean, brand new, you could talk bad about me, but I'm fresh and clean. You couldn't tell me nothing. I have on a pair of ponies.
There's Big Dog Brett, great YouTube channel, great Georgia YouTuber. He's in over here. What did he say? I'm gonna get his comment up. Somebody says LA Techs light ups, zips. I'm trying to find where did it go? There we go.
Who said the zips?
Yeah, man. What was it that you were telling me that I remember when I was a kid? They were like the cheapest of all sportswear. They made shirts and pants. That really is expensive now. Was it Russell or Champion? That's it.
Champion.
What was it that you said those things cost now?
Man, those I mean, they ain't cheap. I went into a store and my son wanted one. It was like a hoodie was like $100. And then they had the nerve to say, buy one, get one free.
Let's do the math on that, boys and girls. That's $50 a piece. That's still too much.
Still too much for me. I was like, what? Come on, man. There's no way. I mean, right now, what's the new one? Russell.
You're telling me they're expensive too.
Yes. Go look at Boss Collection for Russell. Alvin Kamara is a spokesperson for it now. There was a pullover on there that was, I think it was like $150 for a hoodie, sweatshirt.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
For a hoodie?
For a hoodie, man. Russell.
I'm going to the thrift store.
Russell, I'm serious. Oh, somebody said the Fila. Finally, I left Adidas.
And ponies, remember them? That was the Kmart special, man. There.
I'm telling you. Now, what was the shot? Let's see. I remember I grew up wearing Payless shoes, man. We go in there and you get buy one get one free. It was like $9.99 or something like that.
Well, speaking of shoes, and what kills me is we're watching some games last night down on the couch, and everybody has a different color shoe on. Back in the day, everybody had the same shoe. And now I seen one guy wearing this neon green, the other one was pink, and then they had a purple one, and they all had their shoe now because that's such big business.
That's what it is. It's big business, man. Your brand is all that matters. And that's why I'm going to tell you the brand that I have to respect it now. I have to respect the man because everybody was talking to this man was crazy. The ball dad.
Oh,
big brother ballers.
Yeah. Who's that? Lonzo and
yes. And everybody was saying this man was crazy because he wouldn't let his kids talk. And guess who's looking crazy now?
Has they got good shoes? Really?
Oh, he has 2 kids in the NBA and a third one about to go to the NBA.
What are they wearing? Their own shoe?
They got their shoes. I mean, they dad branded their shoes, but I don't even think they wear their shoes. Their dad got their shoe and they got an endorsement deal probably by Jordan or somebody.
Huh.
Smart marketing. Whoa, I forgot Big Dog Brent says starters. I remember starters, man.
Oh man, you get beat up and laughed at if you wore those to school.
Man. I had a nice starter jacket. Those were the days, man. I mean, and it was expensive to get a starter jacket. I think that jacket was like $99, and that was expensive. I think that same jacket today would be probably like $300, man.
Golly.
And I think I had a Georgetown one.
The Hoyas.
I got it because of the colors.
And they had a good team back then.
They did.
Is Ewing still coaching them?
I think he is. Actually,
I think
he is. I like the fact that a lot of ex-players are head coaches at colleges now.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, Big Dog Brett says starter used to be top of the line. Henry Riddle, the starter jackets were fresh.
Man, they were, man.
Jenny Van says, I remember starter. They had a factory in Memphis. Yep. There's a lot goes on in Memphis. That's like the trucking capital of the world is in Memphis. And Highway 78 from the bypass all the way out to Mississippi is like riding in a cow pasture on 78. I mean, it's rough. And their trucks, thousands a day go up down that road. All the way out past the railhead. I wish I'd remember. We were talking, Billy and I were arguing. What was it, about 2 weeks ago, the best fried chicken? And I said Bojangles.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I like Bojangles.
I like Bojangles, too.
Now, the only bad thing about Bojangles is...
See, if it's a bad thing about it...
It's their pieces are too small.
So here, this is why I said I don't like chicken that I can make it taste like if I'm going to go to that restaurant. I can make Bojangles chicken. I can make my chicken taste.
Well, then it's still good. I don't mean that if you can make it, it ain't good. What do you? I'm going to tell you the best chicken I've ever had, fried chicken, and it was in Memphis, and I forget the name of it, but it's towards downtown. They've got a couple of locations, but the main one, I forget the name of it. But if Jenny told me what it was, I'd say I remember it. But man, that place was packed. It was been there forever. What was the name of that chicken place? But it's not a chain, so it doesn't qualify in this conversation, even though they've got a couple of them, I think, around town. But the best fried chicken and the best ribs, Gus's, that's it. Gus, I'm going to tell you something.
I had Gus's too, man.
In Memphis?
There's one here in Knoxville.
I thought they were just in Memphis.
No.
Well, dang, I thought this was like a Gus's place, in Memphis.
I know exactly what you're talking about. They finally built one here.
Well, I'm telling you.
Now, I'm going to tell you where the best fried chicken is at.
It ain't Popeyes.
It ain't Popeyes.
It ain't Popeyes. Popeyes biscuits, you could die if you don't have something to drink with a biscuit. That's how bad their biscuits. They're great biscuits.
Their biscuits
but they get stuck in your throat and you can't breathe.
You just got to have them when they're hot, when they're fresh. That's what any of these chicken biscuits do. The best fried chicken is in Magnolia, Mississippi at the Conoco gas station.
You know why I'm laughing? Because me being a truck driver, I'm telling what he's saying. If y'all haven't experienced it, these gas stations all across the country, and some of them got truck stops, and they got a couple fryers and a hot lamp. The best fish, the best hush puppies, the best chicken, like the sausage on a stick where the sausage about that long and it's nice and spicy. I'm telling you, some of the best food in the country, it comes out of a gas station. So that's why I'm laughing, because it's true.
If you go to one of these little hole-in-the-wall gas stations,
and there's a line of brothers out there getting chicken, you know it's good.
And you see two or three people at the front line right there
waiting on chicken, you know,
and
it's
they
good.
waiting on it, and they just told them it's going to be a 15-minute wait.
And they still waiting. They probably like that 15-minute wait. That way they know it's hot.
Oh man! Well, see, I'll tell you something to do. That Conoco chicken is what made me large coming into Tennessee. when I came to Tennessee on my visit and I saw all those linebackers that big, and see Antron and them talking to like I was a huge kid. They was huge compared to what I was when I saw them. Now, when I reported, it's a totally different story because I wasn't going to let them outdo me. I went back home, and every day for lunch, I go to the Conoco gas station and get me a 3-piece chicken and a 1-liter Hawaiian punch.
Oh, you got to have the Hawaiian punch.
Every day.
Do they even make Hawaiian punch anymore?
They still make it.
Somebody just asked if there's going to be livers and gizzards.
Oh,
if catfish has got anything to do with it, there'll be livers and gizzards. And I like both. I like mixing them. When I get them, I get like a half an order of each. And gizzards are great with hot sauce. You got to have that good pepper in the batter. But there's going to be livers and gizzards, and there's going to be a fried bologna sandwich with cheese on the menu. And that's going to be my specialty. But I love livers and gizzards. And I got to be in the mood. Sometimes I'm in the mood for just livers. Sometimes I just like that crunchy gizzard. And they got to be hot. If they ain't hot, they ain't worth eating.
You know, I haven't had any of that since I left Mississippi, man. I haven't had liver or gizzards since I left.
Henry Hill says we got a gas station with the best fried chicken in the world. I'm telling you, some of the best fried chicken in the world come from a Conoco or a Marathon or a Speed. You know? They got them all beat.
You already knew what I was talking about when I said.
And if they got the big glass case up by the register and it's full of stuff and hot, man, you know you're in the right place.
See, that's what
and there's a lot of those in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama.
I go on a whole trip, and you know, the family they want to stop at Chick-fil-A, KFC, and all these places, Zaxby's and stuff. And I'll be like, oh, y'all stop there. That's fine. I ain't hungry. Because I know I got to stop and fill up at a gas station. So I'll wait till I get to one of these gas stations that I know got all this stuff. And I'm going to get some of this, some of that.
Yep.
And just try everything.
Yep. Even when the fish is overcooked at those places, it's still good. It's kind of like fish jerky. It's something about it that's good. I'm just saying, I've had many of it where you drove all day and you starved to death. That old shrivelly piece of fish and chicken looked real good when you walk in that place. I'll have the rest of the chicken you got in there.
Because see, you just said something that there's a place, a little gas station in Tullahoma, Tennessee. It's a Shell gas station on a corner down there. And every time I go, I always get the catfish nuggets. And it's being there all day. I guess nobody has found out that this catfish is good. And they don't order that much of it. So every time I get it, they have like about 2 or 3 pieces. I always get a pound. They have about 2 or 3 pieces that's fresh. And then they give me the rest of it that's been there all day. And by the time I get to the end of the bag, all you can taste is hard, crunchy, fried grease.
Hey, you know when you drive up to the gas station and you see a guy in flip-flops and no shirt on and shorts, he come out packing his cigarettes and he goes over to the ice machine and grabs him 2 bags of ice and takes it to his truck and crushes it on the ground. You know there's going to be some good fried chicken in that joint.
Oh, man. Hey, Jenny Van, hey, you're right. Sawyer's, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Zaxby's is Sawyer's.
I'm not that big of a fan of Zaxby's. Their wings, I think they put too much sauce on it.
Well, I mean, you can get it without sauce. They are known for just the plain chicken tenders. The sauce is just something new that they added to the menu.
Well, I remember first time and last time I've had Zaxby's, except when I've taken Isaac picking him up from school, was down in Georgia 10, 12 years ago when they just started getting popular. Now, the call-in number BVD is 865-424-1342, the Blue Water Climate Control Hotline, and we'll wait for him to call in, and we'll be right back after these messages. Got to pay the rent.
Blue Water Climate Control. From heating and AC installation and repair, commercial or residential, when you choose Blue Water Climate Control, we offer solutions, not a sales pitch. Blue Water Climate Control. Veteran-owned, superior service.
We were laughing while that was going on. I'm telling you, if you see a guy come out and he looks like a roofer and he's got flip-flops and cut-off shorts and he's packing a pack of cigarettes up and lighting one up, and then he goes and grabs 2 bags of ice and crunches it on the ground, you know there's some good chicken and fish and livers and gizzards in that gas station. That's how you judge it.
And see, you got you said Gus's chicken is good, and I like it too here in Knoxville, but I ain't about to pay no $12 for no 2-piece.
Oh no,
That's why I've only been once since I've been here. Since it's been here, I've only been once. It's good now, but I can't pay $12 for a 2-piece, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
and wings are so dang expensive.
That's so overrated, and they be cheating people out of wings.
I know they are. They are cheated because they cut them in half and call them 2 wings, and it's really 1 wing. There's 2 wings on a chicken, but you go to anywhere else, there's 4 of them. What you got, BVD?
What's going on, bosses? How we doing tonight?
How do you judge a place that's having good chicken or fish? Do you know if you drive up, you could tell, or what?
Yeah, I would think you could tell just by the number of cars in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good indicator. What do you think?
Yep. Is there any good places in Greenville?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there's no places here that I can think of that are like specialty with fish and chicken other than Captain D's, but you can go there anywhere.
Well, Harold Denton said the Loves at Staunton, Virginia on 81, that is a Chester's chicken. And they've got good tater logs. And they've got good chicken tenders. And their honey mustard dip is good.
It actually reminds me of a place here. It's called used to be called the Shortstop Market on the corner of Church Street and the 4-lane highway here. They used to have, I think it was Chester's. That was great fried chicken.
Yeah, they had good fried chicken.
They still have it. That's about the best place to get good fried chicken. And remember that place you took me up in Pennsylvania?
Oh, yeah. I can't believe I forgot that place. Hagerstown, Pennsylvania, exit 5 on 81 has got the best chicken, scallop potatoes that will you would go rob a bank if they said you can't have these scallop potatoes unless you go rob the bank for me. You would go do it. That's how good it is. And the green beans are fresh. The mac and cheese is awesome, but the chicken is out of this world. They cooked. I'm gonna tell you something. I got to know the manager lady there pretty well because I was in there all the time. I asked her, how much chicken do y'all cook? And she goes, during the week, we don't cook that much, only about 400 pounds a day. Wow. I said, 400 a day? But I said, but on Sunday, I'm telling you something, on Sunday, this rinky-dink gas station / truck stop in Hagerstown will have them backed out the door, and they're all dressed up in their Sunday best going in there to get chicken to go. And she said, we do about $750 on a Sunday.
Let me ask Billy something. I don't want to ask you because I know you'll be negative and you'll jinx us. Billy, what do you think about this baseball series this weekend? I'll tell you what's going on right now before you answer. It's top of the 5th. Wright State's got 2 on with 2 out, and it's 5-4 Tennessee, and there's been 6 home runs in this game so far, 3 apiece.
Wow, really? It's going to be a tough one. I mean, they're good, man. They are good. I mean,
they're the highest scoring team in the country.
That's what I was telling Billy.
I pretty much think that I think we're in the toughest bracket, man.
Oh, by far.
We are.
We got Duke. Yep. Everybody's won their conference but us. And isn't that what you was telling me yesterday on the phone?
Yeah. Yep. Everybody won their conference. Duke got beat today, though.
Who beat them?
Stopped at Liberty.
Really?
Liberty. You know, the Liberty girls are the ones that put Tennessee's softball team out.
Sure.
Oh, man, that would be the most Tennessee thing ever right there.
Shut up. Bobby, reach over there and slap him. He's going to.
I'm just telling you, that would be the most Tennessee thing ever right there.
What's a Tennessee thing?
To be bounced by Liberty.
The most. The most Tennessee thing ever would be for us to make it to the World Series, get to the championship game, get all of our hopes up, and lose by 1 run in the bottom of the ninth or something.
So winning is not a Tennessee thing then now.
I think we're winning this weekend.
I hope so.
Play there. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Now, South Florida was beating Florida earlier 2-0 and early in the game. What'd that happen?
We got out of the inning.
They ended up winning, I think.
Florida or South Florida?
Florida
out of the
I
inning.
think
Florida lost. 5-3.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, they lost. Hey, before I go, I gotta get ready for my show here in a few minutes. Have you talked about the restaurant any?
Yeah, we've been talking about it all over. I was about ready to cut a check for a grease trap in Lenore City today, and my real estate agent called me up and says, "Catfish, hold your horses. We got something we want to show you in Bearden. It's an old place it used to be."
Please.
It has a stage. It's an old building. It's got a bar in it and all the equipment and tables and hardwood floors, a fireplace that works, and it's really, really nice. I said, well, you better show it to me fast because I was about to do something. And I went over there, and it is nice.
Place.
It was nice. Really nice. So
I'd love to live in the Bearden area again.
Henry Riddle wants to know who's BVD. He's just some rinky-dink YouTuber I got into YouTube a few years ago.
Yeah, who's Henry Riddle? I don't think I've seen that name before. Hey, listen, you guys have a great weekend, Billy. Enjoy your family and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys sometime next week.
All right, see ya.
All right, BVD, take care.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
BVD. Anyway, go check out his channel, Big Vol Daddy. He got famous from doing a couple videos back in the 2009 season. Good friend of mine.
So I did look up the Gus. It is a Memphis tradition. So
I told you.
So the one here in Tennessee is
a knockoff.
It's the same.
The one in Knoxville. I know, but it ain't like the original.
It's the same chain.
But the one downtown, it's an old building. I'm telling you, the grease is better in that old building. I promise you.
Recipe.
I promise you.
Same recipe. Matter of fact, I might just order it just so you can try it.
Anyway, when I found out about it when I was over there at St. Jude with Sam, and I said, I want some chicken. And the lady says, you need to go to Gus's. We drive up to the place. I said, I'm looking around over my shoulder, but it was packed. Went in there, and I'm telling you, it was the best chicken ever.
It's okay.
No, it's great. Great. And I even had it at one of their other locations, and I swear it wasn't as good as the original.
That's because that's what you always been, original. You only want one place, and anywhere else.
True. That's true.
You turn into JC. If it's
that's
1
true.
minute late, the chicken didn't taste the same.
Now, don't be comparing me to JC. What was it that he was complaining? He was saying something about Chick-fil-A drive-through or something.
They slow. I was like, man, that's the only.
No, they ain't nothing slow about Chick-fil-A. There could be 100 cars at Chick-fil-A, and you'll get through that line faster than 5 cars at McDonald's.
Yeah,
I promise you. Jenny Van says they also have a Corky's in Knoxville, and it was gross, but the original in Memphis is one of the best. So new restaurants aren't as good. Go to the one in Memphis. See, Jenny has my back. I'm telling you, the original one is better. Grilled cheese and chili. Yep, we're going to have a grilled macaroni and cheese sandwich with bacon. I've already got the recipe. And I'm toying around with some macaroni and cheese waffle bread for burgers. So we just got to come up with a name. Got to be a name. Are we going to settle with Tap 40? Billy Ratliff's Tap 40 or Pub 40?
Flip a coin on
I don't know. Game Day Grill sounds good. We need some help because we've got to come up with a name before we file for a beer permit.
Yeah.
We got to have a name like today or tomorrow. But we want some ideas. for our menu. It'll probably be in rotation. And send us the recipe to Bobby C. or Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com. That would be Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com or Bobby C. at volunteerroadshow.com. Henry Riddle says, following your betting advice got me eating ramen noodles. It wouldn't have, about a month ago, it would have had you eating at Ye Old Steakhouse. I was so hot.
Oh, man.
Legends.
Hmm.
Henry Riddle might be getting some free entrees when he comes to see that Georgia butt whooping that Tennessee's going to put on him. At least he would have something to go home to be happy about. I like that. Sven says, what about Vols Roadshow Station? We thought about, we're going to have our studio in there for sure. And Alexis and a few other our content makers are going to be working in there. Billy's going to be in there. I'm going to be in there. But we probably not going to name it Roadshow. I want it Billy Ratliff something. I don't know what, but we want to use his name somehow or another. And I want it, when you hear it, to think TVs, watching the game, games, beer, food, great food. And I want it to have the best in town. That's what I want. I'm not going to stop until it is.
Give us the ball.
Yep. I like Legends. 40 Legends. No. Billy Ratliff's Legends. That's kind of like Legends Camp. It might be copyrighted. That's what Vodka Ring Drinker says. Somebody said Stumble and Fumble the other day, and I just thought, well, I don't know. Billy's Tavern. Oh, that tavern is another. But do you think of food when you think of tavern?
Yeah.
You do?
I mean, most taverns have food.
40's Tavern. 40 Hangout. Legend 40. See, they're starting to like this Legend 40 thing. Billy's Fumble Tavern. Hey, what we can do is we can have the waitresses stumble and fumble and accidentally fumble their beer onto their table, but it lands upright and not spills a drop. That would be our claim to fame.
No.
Oh. Legend 40, Billy's Fumble Tavern, number 40 Hangout. So y'all are already talking us out of game day. What about Glory Days? Somebody gave that the other day. Glory Days Grill.
Who was that? Was that another one?
I think that was BVD that gave us that one.
What is that?
But you know, because you are in the glory, you were played in the Glory Days, the 90s. Billy's Haberdashery. That's a good one. Keep coming, guys. Keep throwing them out there. We need. I'm not creative, but I know it when I see it.
Are you writing them down?
I can go back and look at these. It's in a historic building that's like over 100 years old. So it's got it's a landmark. Glory Days 40. That's not bad, Jason. We got to come up with a day. Billy's Promised Land. I don't know.
What was the one Sean said?
Oh my gosh, it ain't gonna. I hope Sean Johnson, number 35. I hope you're watching. He texted me and Billy in a group text. He said, "Sit down, shut up, quit worrying about the name. It's 40 acres." And I said, "What? 40 acres and a mule?" And we thought this was some original thing. And then Billy looks up. There is a 40 acres restaurant, and it happens to be in Sean's hometown.
40 acres and a mule. What it was called?
I think it was soul food, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like some soul food. If we can convince Herman's to move up here and cook for us from chat, they had some great fish.
Everything on that menu was good.
Oh man, Herman's in chat was great. The greens were great. Oh, the pork chops, the fried pork, man, it was great. Legend 40. Let's see if we get some of these. Billy's Football Locker. We thought about using our locker room logo and branding, but we kind of. What is Peyton's restaurant called? It's like Saloon 16 or something, isn't it?
I think it was Saloon 18. Let's see.
Saloon 16, isn't it? I don't remember.
Yeah, 16.
Saloon 16.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you that sheriff feel, you know. Vodka likes Mule Day down in Columbia, Tennessee. We're working on it. We should have a name for our little sports restaurant and bar and pub, tavern, whatever. We're going to have pinball machines in there. And thank you, Vodka Drinker, for all. I've been reading your emails. I've just been really busy, and I'll respond to them. But I appreciate all the advice, great advice you've given me. And I haven't responded to your emails, but I've got them. I found a guy here in Knoxville that's got like 100 old vintage pinball machines from the 70s and 80s. And he said he'd make a deal and keep them rotated in and out over there. Slim Mosley said Billy's Bull Rush Bar. Call it Third Down with Billy Ratliff. Harold Denton says VFL 40 Grill House. What it was second and 12 on your big play, wasn't it? I think it was 2nd and 12 because you tackled the running back for a 2-yard loss on first down. Your only 2 plays of the whole game. Was he really that tough?
Yes. Go watch it. I'm telling you.
I think I could have gotten a stat.
No.
So was it you that was telling me that you swapped out with Darwin all game and he didn't have nothing either?
No, he only did it for 2 plays.
He was pretty tough.
He was that good. And the thing, we didn't believe Coach was telling me we didn't care about no All-Americans. We was making chop suey out of All-Americans.
But not him.
And not him. That's the only one. Only one that I could never do anything with. Him and Cozy.
40 beer cooler. We are going to have a beer cooler. This place in Bearden has a beer cooler, and I was going to put a beer cave in the one in Lenore City. So, yeah, I didn't even know there was such thing as a beer cooler until I started looking at these places. I'm like, I guess we got to have one, Billy.
Yeah, because that one at the Tap House. Wow.
Yeah. 46 pack, but see, Billy didn't have no 6-pack.
Oh, he did.
He had a single pack.
Hey, I had a 6-pack. I put it back. I didn't want it.
Who was the closest D tackle to having a 6-pack? Was there anybody?
Jeff Coleman.
Really?
Darwin Walker.
Really?
Yeah.
JC?
Them guys, JC put it in, man. JC, don't let JC fool you.
And
man.
I'm supposed to call him tonight. Don't let me forget.
I'm telling you, if JC wouldn't have been injured, he'd have been in the league too.
Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for all the suggestions. And we appreciate all the support you're going to give us and that you have given us. And we can't wait to share this journey with you guys. And we're going to get on out of here. So those watching us for a while, thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. Whatever we call it, we're going to have the best of whatever it is. I promise you that.
Hello, this is Jeremy from Blue Water Climate Control. I grew up in Tennessee, and when I was 9 years old, the World's Fair came to Knoxville. I was in awe of the Sun Sphere. I dreamed of living in Knoxville. To me, it was the center of the world. After 24 years in the Navy, I've been around the world and visited dozens of countries. My family has moved all over. Now here we are running Blue Water Climate Control right here in Knoxville, the dream I had when I was just 9 years old. Blue Water Climate Control, veteran service, superior value.